Welcome to Texas Border Watch, your eyes on the front line for all things border security, immigration, and local policy. I'm Jordan Elder. A big announcement this week is that 230 miles of smart wall is coming to the southern border, and more than half of that is coming right here to Texas. You might be thinking, smart wall, what is that? Let me paint a picture for you. It is the steel wall that we're all used to seeing at the border, in addition to roads and lights that run alongside it, cameras and sensors stationed along the wall, and then waterborne barriers. If those look familiar, it's because Texas installed similar waterborne barriers in the Rio Grande, and this is now becoming a whole federal protocol. So this entire system altogether is what's known as the smart wall. There will be 400 miles of the border now covered by new technology, 230 with this smart wall technology. Money-wise, this is all coming from the congressional spending package that put $46 billion toward border barriers. So this is going to end up costing about $4.5 billion just for this set of 10 projects. Some of the money will also be pulled from fiscal year 2021 appropriations that hadn't been used. California, Arizona, Texas, and New Mexico are going to see projects for smart wall installation, and more than $2.6 billion are coming here to Texas for that. So here's a deeper look at this smart wall and what is coming to the border. Even though border crossings have slowed this year, funding for new security is surging. The federal government just announced $4.5 billion for new smart wall projects along the southern border.
A lot of people think when we talk about the wall, it's just building the wall and we walk away. No, there's cameras that are tethered to it. There's sensors that are tethered to it.
The system also includes new roads and lighting. Overall, Terrell County Sheriff Thaddeus Cleveland says this will help agents spot illegal crossings sooner.
We need that early detection capability along the border to help us be more successful in this area.
More than half of the new smart wall miles will be built in Texas. The Del Rio sector, including Eagle Pass, will get about 22 miles of new wall. The area is also getting new waterborne barriers, a possibility we talked about with Deputy Chief Patrol Agent Milton Moreno last month.
Whether it's technology or barriers, in this case a floating barrier, it serves as an obstacle. It deters traffic to where we want it, to where we have the terrain or tactical advantage, and it slows them down.
Now, Moreno tells us in a statement that his sector will get about 40 miles of waterborne barrier. CBP now confirming these will be buoys similar to the ones Texas installed in the Rio Grande. The Big Bend sector, where Sheriff Cleveland works, isn't included in this round of funding, but he believes that could change if migrant traffic shifts west.
I truly believe that once they know that other areas are more secure, this will be the funneling point. But at that point, I do believe that Border Patrol will begin to funnel more funding and technology, and most importantly, manpower.
I also want to show you how to get more specifics on this. Border Patrol has put up a new map on their website that shows where projects are under construction, if they're awarded, if they're in the planning phases, and you can see it spans most of the border. So we are looking at the awarded contracts in purple near Eagle Pass. There are some up here near El Paso and then down in Brownsville as well. So this is going to be updated as those projects continue, and then they also put up this frequently asked questions page. This is actually where we were able to confirm that the waterborne barriers the federal government is installing is going to be those similar buoy-style barriers that we saw here in Texas, although it's still unclear if they're going to use the same company to build those. Federal officials are warning about some new credible threats against U.S. border agents. That includes ICE and Border Patrol. They say that Mexican cartels working with domestic groups are placing bounties on ICE and Border Patrol agents. Investigators say gang members in places in Chicago neighborhoods have been acting as spotters. That means they're watching from rooftops, using radios to follow agent movements, and then in some cases helping coordinate ambushes. The same intelligence points to what's being called a tiered bounty system. That means paying thousands of dollars for information about agents, kidnappings, and in the most extreme cases, assassinations of high-ranking officials. So they're urging the public to stay alert and report anything suspicious. DHS did say that they are seeing ambushes and more disruptions as they try to go about those operations in Chicago specifically. You might remember last week we told you that members of the Texas National Guard were heading to Chicago to help in those federal immigration efforts. The governor says that they're going to be safeguarding ICE and other federal officials. Well, now 60 National Guards members from Oregon are now coming to Texas, and about 200 guardsmen from the state of New York are also coming to the border. So we're told that this group from Oregon is going to be working alongside military police. They're going to be assisting in vehicle recovery, maintenance, refueling, and parts distribution. The New York National Guard, sending about 200 troops, they are going to be helping prevent illegal border crossings. We know that they're going to be here in Texas for about 14 months. We know they're bringing 4 Humvees with surveillance equipment attached to them. Right now, it's believed that both of these groups are going to be trained at Fort Bliss before they are deployed to the border. The New York group is going to be headquartered out of Laredo. For the Oregon group, it's not clear at this time where exactly they're going to be stationed along the border. You can read more in depth about any of these stories over on our websites and scroll through those frequently asked questions about this new smart wall system that was announced. That is news4sanantonio.com and foxsanantonio.com. We'll be back next week.